We're back for another Good News Sunday. Sorry, it's actually Tuesday today. We actually had a power outage, so we couldn't do it on Sunday. So we're going to do it for you today still. So at least you get one, I guess. But today we're actually going to be talking about the execution of Jesus. And before I even get into it, I know some people are going to be like, oh, I don't even think Jesus really lived or anything like that. So I'm going to give you 5 other sources outside the Bible that actually says that he lived and died. So the first one is Tacitus. He is a Roman historian at the time. The second one is Pliny the Younger. He was a Roman governor. And Josephus, he is a Jewish historian. And the Babylonian Talmud, which is like the Jewish Talmud who didn't believe Jesus was the Son of God. And the last one is Lucian. He was actually a Greek writer at the time too. So there's 5 right there. There's other atheists like Barter that'll tell you that Jesus actually lived and died. So there's really no question about that. So I guess we'll get into it. Alright, well, Jesus died by crucifixion, which is the worst way to die. So you have to do something pretty bad, I guess, to get that punishment. Jesus claimed to be God, so that's why he was given the worst punishment. And so we'll talk about what he went through before he got crucified, which before he was even captured, he knew what was going to happen. So when he was praying, he actually started to sweat blood because he was under so much stress. And then after that, he was captured and beaten by the guards, and then actually had no sleep because he was going from trial to trial. So then after that, he was flogged, which flogging was done before every crucifixion to bring the victim to a state just short of death. And what flogging is you're tied to this like tree thing, and you're whipped with something that has sharp sheep bones on it and iron balls used to like bruise skin and cut your skin, and then after that it goes straight into your muscles. So there was a lot of bleeding for that. And then so after that you have to carry the cross actually outside of the town, because they don't crucify anybody in the town. You have to go out of town, so they make you carry the crossbar, and that usually weighs in between 75 and 125 pounds, so you have to carry that. And so by this point, after having all this other stuff happen to you, you're not going to be in any shape to carry anything, especially if you didn't have sleep and you were beaten to the point where you could see your bones and stuff just from the flogging. And then, so after you carried the cross, Jesus actually couldn't carry it all the way because he was so tired and just exhausted that they actually had a guy named Simon help him carry it all the way there. Then after that, he was nailed to the cross, which you're nailed in the most sensitive part in your arms, which is in your wrist right here, and then on your feet. So then when you're actually up there, you can die by suffocation, which when you're hanging up there, your muscles in your chest actually contract to where you can't exhale. It's to where you can only inhale, so it's hard to exhale. But to exhale, you have to actually lift yourself up with the nails that are in your arms to breathe out. So if you can't keep doing that, then you're just going to eventually just suffocate, which you can suffocate in between just a couple minutes. And then the people that didn't suffocate and they actually kept themselves up for a couple of days actually got their legs came and broken out from under them, so they couldn't lift themselves up to breathe anymore. And in Jesus' case, they actually didn't break his legs because he already died before that, because of all this other stuff that happened before he was crucified. So he was already just dead tired and everything. And but before Jesus' body was actually given back to the disciples to where they could go prepare his body and bury him, a Roman soldier comes up and puts a spear through his side that goes into his heart, which causes blood and water to come out. That's how the Roman soldier is able to determine that he is dead, and that he actually pierced through his heart. So Jesus is dead. That's what happened on this one. The next episode, I'm going to be talking about the empty tomb, which is the main basis for all of Christianity. And I'm going to argue with you on that one. Alright, and we'll see you next time on Good News Sunday.